Today we're taking Christianity, young woman, student, working class. That's what we're discussing. But a few guys. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about Christianity. So get ready with me as we discuss Christianity, like being a young, as we discuss like being a young boy or girl, young wife or husband, young mother. I want to talk about balancing our busy schedules as a student, as a young woman working, as a mother, going to school, working. You know how busy life is lately. So I ran out of my face cream. I'm just going to apply this sunscreen. Okay, we all know how busy life is lately. We're all trying to make ends meet. And some of us are parents, some of us are still students, like at high school level. Some of us are in uni, and some of us are juggling uni, being a mother, and what's it called, and going to work, being a wife, and some of us is just work, So I want to talk about how I want to talk about it. I have questions like, how do you balance that? How do you balance being a young girl who goes to work or who goes to school? If you're Zimbabwean, you know that most of our students, high school students mostly, go for extra lessons like every day. Every day is a school day. On weekends, on Saturdays, there's extra lessons on Saturdays, there's extra lessons on Sundays, there's extra lessons from Monday to Friday after school. So how do you balance that? And going to church. Okay, when I talk about being a Christian, I'm not just talking about reading the Bible or praying kumba. I'm talking about fellowship as well, going to church, attending youth services. I know most, if not all, churches in Zimbabwe have a youth department. So how do you balance that? How do you go to church on Sunday, go to youth on Saturday, go to school, go to work? How are you guys doing it? Because I've realized that most of our youths are caught up in either school. I want to talk about the negatives. Most of our youth are caught up in either school, work. Okay, at our church, youth begins at 18 to 40. So you'd realize that if you're 18, you're probably just finishing your high school. And some are still in high school. And then soon after that, you're going to uni. And let's be honest, in Zimbabwe right now, everyone has a side job. So if you're not at your main job, for example, my job, I don't work on weekends. I work from Monday to Friday. So for some people like me, they're busy working on their side hustles on weekends. So how do you balance that? Because you wanted at church on Saturday. You were wanted at youth gatherings on Saturday. We do our youth gatherings on Saturdays. I don't know how others do it, how other churches do it, but we do our youth gatherings on Saturdays. So how do you balance that? How do you juggle that? How do you juggle going to school, going to work, being a mother? Because we also have I'm talking about being a mother and all that because since our age range is from 18 to 40, it means we're also going to have young couples, young mothers, in our group. So how do you guys balance it? Can you please just share how you do it? Because the truth is, I want to know. I don't have problems my side per se, but I feel like it's something that's troubling a lot of people out there, and I just want us to talk about it a little. Like, what do you then do when life is like that? What do you then do when life is like that? I know that almost everyone, I feel like almost over 90% of Zimbabweans are Christians, but I just don't want to talk about Zimbabweans. I also want to talk about everyone in general. I'm not just limiting it to Zimbabweans, but But since I'm in Zimbabwe, I'm going to be, what's it called? Since I'm in Zimbabwe, and I'm going to be basing it more on my experience, on what I know. Because everyone is an entrepreneur in Zimbabwe, trust me. Everyone is an entrepreneur in Zimbabwe. You have a main job, you have a side job, and some are going to school. Imagine having an 8 to 4, having a side job, being in uni, being a mother at the same time. How are you guys doing it? Please share below, comment below, tell me what you guys are doing. I really want to know. I really want to learn. And the other thing is, I'm in the youth leadership at our church. Saka, what are other ways? I think what I should be asking right now is, what are other ways to lure these people to come to church? Because with such a busy schedule, right? You'd also want church to be relaxing and fun. You'd also want church to be something that you really want to do, something that you can't wait to do. I know that being a Christian can be difficult. The truth is, being a Christian can be difficult because you have a lot. You're sacrificing a lot. So, and I also know that my youth are not fara. Most youths prefer chilled environments, fun environments. So then, how do you then make it fun for them to want to come to church? Some can suggest what we usually do. I've noticed that at our church, if we say it's like we're having a barbecue, numbers, like attendance is very high when you have barbecues, but we can't afford to do that every weekend. We can't afford to be sourcing out money for barbecues every weekend. So what other thing can you do that lures these young children, and young women and young men? What can we do? Please help. Please help a sister. Please help a sister. What do you guys do? What do you guys do? What do you think? What do you think should be done or can be done to make it work, to balance it all? Because mostly our youth service is an hour, unless we have like a barbecue or other functions, but mostly it's just an hour. So how can you make that hour exciting? How can you make that hour inviting for everyone to want to come? For an 18-year-old to want to come, for a 30-year-old to want to leave their busy schedule, for a 25-year-old to want to leave the club for church, for a 40-year-old man, like maybe a 39-year-old man, to want to leave their job for church, for youth service. Okay, everyone is at church. We have no problems. Like, I don't think anyone is a problem with coming to church on Sunday. But for that Saturday, or that revival, for that all-night prayer, for that soul group, how can you make those things exciting enough for youth to attend? So please, guys, just comment below and let me know what you think and give me your ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, by the way, welcome. Sorry, I didn't give you a proper introduction. Thank you for coming. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button. If you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for coming. We love you here. And today we're talking Christianity, young woman, young man, young mother, young dad, student, working class. That's what we're discussing. Balancing being a student, being a working class, being a mother, being a father, with being a Christian. Thank you guys for watching my video. I'm looking forward to your comments, guys. Please do share.